President Donald Trump is facing backlash tonight after he tweeted plans to reinstate a ban on transgender people from serving in the U.S. military. The president says the U.S. government will not accept or allow transgender people to serve in any capacity. He wants to reverse a policy initially approved by the Obama administration. Just a short time ago, Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown tweeted out that said he is grateful to all those who serve, regardless of their gender identity. News 4's Rachel Monjovi has new reaction tonight. Rachel?
Well, Nalina, it was on this exact day in 1948 that President Truman declared that all members of the armed services would have equal treatment and opportunity. Now, almost 70 years later, transgender people are saying they deserve the same rights.
It's kind of disappointing and disheartening to know that after making so many strides forward with the Obama administration that we're now taking steps backward.
President Donald Trump started a firestorm in 3 tweets. He took to Twitter to announce that the U.S. government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military. It was an abrupt reversal of an Obama administration that would allow them to serve openly.
Everybody's upset. I mean, we're confused.
It's unclear still how the president's proposed policy tweeted out will work, and if transgender people currently serving will be able to still fight for our country. Kristen Beck, a transgender woman and a former Navy SEAL Team 6 member, said his tweets were disrespectful and blindsided millions of people.
You just organized and empowered one of the largest grassroots lobbies you ever could have, President Trump.
Several Western New York leaders and state leaders took to Twitter to shame President Trump's decision. Governor Cuomo said it's a betrayal of our values. Cameron Schroffstetter, a trans wellness specialist at the Pride Center of Western New York, says he just wants everyone, no matter their gender, race, or religion, to have the same rights.
It's very difficult to be able to say whose rights might be in jeopardy down the line.
I don't want anything extra. I just want what any other American citizen would be offered: dignity and respect and the ability to serve my country.
President Trump cited medical costs as the reason for his decision. A recent RAND study estimated the military spends up to $8.4 million a year on transgender medical treatment. A Military Times analysis said the military spends $41.6 million a year on Viagra alone. Reporting live, Rachel Monjovi, News 4 at 10.